Hello and welcome back to our quest to find $2 million homes in every state across the country. My name's Todd Donaldson, aka McToad33. I am a defluencer. You heard that right, a defluencer. Companies pay me to not endorse their product. And with that, we have our first product endorsement, Ski Cola. Ski Cola, tell your stomach who's boss. So here we go. I'm very excited about this. This time we have Kansas, which you wouldn't think always would be so exciting. Oh, but it is. In fact, I'm only going to show you 5 houses this time. I'm going to post 10 in the comments, and so you can look at those and tell me if you like any of those better. And here we go. So, first up, number 5. So this house I really liked. It's just a solid mansion looking house. Everything about it is very nice. You come up to it, you have this little walkway right here that you walk into the backyard. This house is really built for entertaining, and it had like a very nice entryway here, and I love Corinthian columns. I don't know, and so I just, it was a very nice, very solid house. We go down. It had a nice pool table, a decent kitchen. It was really built for entertaining because, like in the downstairs, it had its own little bar there. But where this place really shines was the backyard. The backyard, it has like a separate like outdoor cooking area, and I really like that. I like to cook. I try really hard, and I really enjoy it. It just looks like a place where you can have a really good time. Just sitting around eating. But the pool, they said it's a saltwater pool. It's got a nice irregular shape to it. It just looks like a great area to have lots of people over. So I really enjoyed that. The only knock on it, on like the whole thing, is that you see the overhead view of there's your neighbors. I mean, they're as close as my neighbors are. And some people don't like yards, so this is no big deal. So that was house number 1. A great entertaining house, great outdoor space, very warm and inviting. And that was just south Kansas City. So very accessible to everything in Kansas City. So very cool. So moving on, our next one. So this one though trumped it, because this one was also just outside Kansas City, a little bit further south, allegedly the number 1 school district in Kansas, Blue Valley, whatever that is. But this, you not only have the main house, but in the picture to the left, you have a 3-story, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage guest house. So, which was just pretty cool. I mean, here's the overhead view of it, of plenty of parking, so you could have a heck of a party to stay there or in the guest house. And you have this pond behind you, and you have a fountain. The outdoor cookery isn't as nice, so that's one knock. And I didn't see it have its own pool, which is a little strange. So but overall, just to have this kind of massive of the house was really cool. And it had its own lit tennis court, so if you're into tennis, that'd be great. And so this one was really nice as well. And the next one, oh, here we go. So I saw this, and just alone I saw the castle turret tower, and I thought, well, this has gotta have character. And then I noticed where the road is. The road is Missile Base Road. Okay, what's the story there? Well, first of all, it's a couple hours out of Kansas, not too far. But this thing was a missile-based silo at one time. It was converted to an underground home. It's extremely popular. It's been on, they said, several television networks. Is a multi-level home, a workshop, and event center. So, I mean, if you want to be able to see anyone coming to your house from miles around, this is the place for you. I mean, on the downside, it's a bit desolate looking. So, but just the idea of it was just kind of interesting. It does look a bit run down on the outside. But you know, you have your own Kwanzaa hut, so that's always a bonus. The one room which, if you did have an aversion to the dark, would be nice would be this one, which plenty of light come in, so that'd be kind of cool. But they got really interesting as you go into it. It's like this downstairs room is kind of where the party happens. They they kind of set up these hanging sheets from the ceilings, and I think right here was a circle of like a drum circle because there's little bongos and stuff all the way around. So I don't know what kind of party they got going on, but there's probably some stories going on there. Um, just moving on down, it's kind of plain looking, so we kind of get into we start to dive into stories about the old bomb shelter, and on the wall, I would think. I can't quite tell. My zoom and enhance isn't working. Um, as we move on down, then you get into the meaty stuff of this really was a piece of history. So you go into some of the old machinery which they kept around, and I don't know if that's the owner's gun or an original gun to it that goes into it. This long corridor. It was a fallout shelter. Like, here's the workroom. So I can't imagine the current owners did all this, so it looks like this may have been left over. And just a lot of, they don't show all the pictures of this, but there's a lot more going on here. So this is interesting, but like I said, it's just this one little plot, so you can see anybody coming to your area. You have a little pond back there too as well. So that was just from a novelty standpoint. It's like, wow, you could have your own missile silo. Next up, sticking with our castle theme, it's a castle in the middle of Kansas. In fact, it's in Russell, Kansas, which is pretty close to the center of Kansas, and that is great because no matter which direction to go, you're leaving Kansas. So, prime location. So going back to it, this one's on 5 acres. The missile silo, by the way, was on 32 acres. This one's on 5 acres, and I kind of just like it because people just had a dream and they went with it. So this house is on this, I guess they call it Fossil Lake, and there's other homes on it, but just a nice view. It's like out the back of it, all the windows are point out to the water, so that's pretty nice. And it's got like a covered entryway into the house, and then the ceiling excuse me, very just different designs, and if you didn't like this, I totally understand. But we just go down. What was kind of weird is they kind of had these bookshelves, but it looks like they just put generic books in them. Like, they don't really read them, but they wanted to look like they had bookshelves. This is like a little, sports pub down here, which would look a great place to entertain. I think this room, they said it was like a 20-foot ceilings or something. A big space with lots of windows, and plenty of space. And this would just be a nice, if you really just kind of wanted to get it away. The only it did also have a very nice looking like big garage. What was kind of weird about it is they didn't have any deck or any like way to get on a boat and get in Fossil Lake, and also there was not even a hot tub and no pool. So it was almost like the people did not like water. So anyway, here we go. Our number one house in Kansas, if you need a little extra room, is this one. Not much to look at on the outside, quite honestly, but it does have 18,000 square feet, to stretch out. I don't know what some of this is almost. I don't know if it's Art Deco or what, but there's just different designs in the house. Kind of a funky bar kind of going on there. And let's check real quick on where it was built in 81, so it's not like it was built in the 30s or something, but they definitely did a different style. It's like this fireplace with the emanating out from the fireplace in a freeze-like manner. It was very interesting. A little baby grand sitting over there. Great place to entertain. The kitchen is just industrial strength. I mean, a lot of people try to say this, but this one definitely had that feel about it, of a big kitchen for lots of entertaining. And it's an interesting house when you say, I'll meet you at the pool, and then as a house owner, you say, which one? Here's the great thing. Indoor pool is pool one. So, if it's snowing or raining out, you can always swim in here with your Georgia O'Keeffe wannabes paintings. And so, but that's a nice, just kind of fun little indoor play pool, and just pedestrian kind of other things. It's got a big workout area and a pool table and a viewing room, screening room. It's got a tennis court, and it's got with the basketball goal on it. And then your next pool, in case you need another one, if you need to keep the party going with your little dolphin friend statues. And it also had, in addition, its own little playground, which looks like, and it had, I assume this is like a little kiddie pool, but that's a nice touch because if you have little friends, and it had a bunch of benches around it so you could sit and kind of watch everybody. But I just thought that would be a nice house. Oh, and that was located in, let me see. So, there's Kansas City up here. So, I think it's Wichita. So, not totally out of the way, but kind of out of the way if you just want a peaceful place to relax. So, anyway, there you go. So, those are our $2 million homes in Kansas. We hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Once again, remember, Ski Cola, whose slogan now is, Mom, where's the Mountain Dew?